Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the hidden truths behind those dusty corporate filings. Today, we're diving into Zone Properties Incorporated's latest report, and let's just say it is a bit of a mixed bag, like finding a great stock tip hidden in a very long legal document. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, if you are enjoying these simplified corporate breakdowns, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And for more real-time discussions and asking your own pressing questions, join our Discord community linked in the description below. Alright, we're looking at Zone Properties Incorporated, a company based in Nevada. They filed a current report, essentially an update on important company events. This report is dated the 13th of November 2025, and it covers their financial results for the 3 and 9 months ending the 30th of September 2025. Think of it as a mid-year check up that they're sharing with everyone. The main point here is that Zone Properties is sharing its financial results. They've put out a press release about how they did in the last fiscal quarter and the year so far. This is often where companies try to frame their performance, so we'll need to read between the lines, or in our case, read between the boilerplate legal text. They're also sharing an investor presentation. This is where management likely elaborates on the numbers and outlines their plans. It is essentially their sales pitch to investors. Remember, while these documents are technically filed with the SEC, the information within them isn't considered officially filed in the same way as a full financial report. This means they have a bit more leeway in how they present things. It's not an admission of materiality, which is fancy talk for saying they aren't necessarily saying this information is a huge deal for legal purposes, unless it is explicitly stated elsewhere. This section just tells us what other documents are attached. We've got their press release from the 13th of November 2025, and this investor presentation. It also mentions the cover page data, which is pretty standard stuff for digital filings. Now, let's get to the heart of it. While this report is more of an announcement and doesn't contain the full detailed financial statements like a 10Q, the press release and investor presentation, its references are where the real numbers and story lie. The filing itself states they announced their financial results for the 3 and 9 months ended the 30th of September 2025. We're going to assume some key metrics were shared in those attached exhibits. Based on the context of a company filing a report like this, we'd expect to see how their revenue is doing, if they're making a profit, and how much cash they have on hand. Usually companies will highlight growth if it is strong, or explain away any declines, for Zone Properties. Understanding their revenue trends and profitability is key. Are they selling more properties, or are their services bringing in more money? Are their costs under control? Think about it this way, if a company's revenue is growing, it is like more customers are walking through their door. If their profit is also growing, it means they're not just getting more customers, but they're also getting better at making money from each one. If profit is down but revenue is up, that could mean their costs are rising faster than their sales, which is a red flag. We also need to consider the industry Zone Properties operates in. What is happening in the real estate or property technology sector as a whole? Are competitors growing faster or slower? Economic conditions also play a huge role. Rising interest rates, for example, can significantly impact property markets. The company's strategy, as laid out in their investor presentation, would reveal if they are adapting to these external pressures, or perhaps even creating opportunities from them. Given this is a Form 8K, the focus is on significant events. The financial results they're reporting are likely considered material to investors. It tells us where they stand at this point in the year. Are they on track to meet their annual goals, or are they facing significant headwinds? We'd be looking for any mention of new contracts, successful project developments, or perhaps challenges like increased competition or regulatory hurdles for Zone Properties. The core question is whether they are growing their business effectively and profitably. What are the drivers behind their revenue numbers? Is it consistent, organic growth, or perhaps from acquisitions? And more importantly, are they generating positive cash flow, which is the lifeblood of any business? Without strong positive cash flow, even a company with a lot of revenue can face serious problems. Looking at the broader picture, their financial health dictates their ability to invest in future growth, whether that is through research and development, expanding their team, or entering new markets. A company showing consistent, positive financial results is generally seen as a stronger, more stable investment. Conversely, a company struggling with declining revenues or mounting losses might signal a need for a strategic overhaul. Transitioning to my analysis, Zone Properties Incorporated, based on this filing, seems to be in a phase where they are actively communicating their financial performance. The fact that they are issuing a press release and an investor presentation suggests they want investors to be informed, which is a good sign. However, without the full financial statements attached to this 8K, it is hard to give a definitive assessment of their financial strength. The key risks and opportunities for a company like this would likely revolve around market demand for their services, their competitive positioning, and their ability to manage operational costs effectively. If they are in a growing part of the real estate sector, that presents a significant opportunity. However, if they are facing intense competition or a slowdown in the market, that poses a considerable risk. Their strategy, detailed in the investor presentation, would be crucial to understanding how they plan to capitalize on opportunities and mitigate risks. In conclusion, this 8K filing serves as an announcement of Zone Properties' recent financial performance and a look ahead. While the filing itself is brief, the attached documents are likely where the detailed story unfolds. Investors should pay close attention to the press release and investor presentation to understand the company's financial health and future outlook. My take is that while they are actively communicating, a full judgment requires a deeper dive into the referenced exhibits. We need to see the actual numbers, revenue, profit, expenses to truly gauge their direction. Alright, that is our quick decode of the Zone Properties Incorporated filing. What is your take on these types of updates? Do you think companies share enough information in these reports? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this breakdown helped clarify things, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. And hey, don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description. It is a great place to continue the conversation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of Corporate Decoder.